Hey everyone, I'm Doc, and this is Bacon in my lap. I don't think you may be able to hear him. This is our rewatch of The Lord of the Rings. All right, welcome back. Last time that was a pretty short one. This one's going to be pretty short as well, as we kind of really pick apart these like weird transitions that we're going through as we enter the sequence with the Black Riders. So I'm going to go ahead and pick right up where we were last time. We're at minute 33:02, and I'm pressing play now. Here we are I'm assuming this is Gondor, and Gandalf is off to do something important, I hope. And okay, he's going down into, oh, what, books? Oh yeah, we're going to get a montage of him going through a bunch of maps and scrolls.
The year 3434 of the Second Age. Here follows the account of Isildur, High King of Gondor, and the finding of the Ring of Power.
And we get some voiceover. I'm going to stop there just because I feel like I need to stop there. Here, we already had a very long opening montage. And now we had what I will defend, a very nice, setting the stage scenes in the Shire with the hobbits, introduced to Frodo, to Bilbo, to the Ring, to Gandalf. That was all nice. That's how you want to start a movie. And now we immediately go into another montage about the Ring and the history of the Ring. It's so repetitive to what we already learned about the Ring. Like, we already know too much about it. Why are we learning more about it as the viewer? Because either we already know what the Ring is, so we don't need this, or we don't know what the Ring is, and we also don't need this because we can slowly educate those viewers about the Ring. This is a real problem for me, especially because, as we will learn as we continue with the story, there are a number of the opening chapters from Fellowship of the Ring that are just left out altogether. And while, again, when you're a filmmaker and you're having to make choices, adapting especially such an epic novel, you're going to have to leave some things out. Why are we including two versions of this introduction to the history of the Ring when the 15 minutes or so that we spend on that could be, take your pick of the chapters that were left out. One of those could have been reintroduced, and it would have been a lot of fun, much more fun than this montage. So I have a real problem with this storytelling, and I know this is the extended version, and I'm guessing that very little of this was shown, but no matter how much or little of this, sequence is included, we're still left with a very big problem of how we transition from the Shire and Frodo getting the Ring to the Black Riders coming for Frodo and the Ring. How does that happen? There's a lot of ways that Jackson could have done it, and I'm not going to say what the best way is. There's a lot of choices he could have made. What I can say with certainty is that this was the wrong way. We are given a bunch of information that we've already been given by a character in an old library flipping through a bunch of papers and maps and giving us voiceover. That is not good storytelling. Personally, I think that we didn't need all this. Again, I'm going to point out what I said earlier. Don't tell us everything about the Ring and its history until later. Just let us know through the story itself, through Gandalf's reactions, through his warnings, like, hey, you have to not use the Ring. You have to be careful. This is dangerous. I'm going to go find out something important. I'm going to go do X, whatever it is. Be careful, I will be back. Here's just one possibility. Don't have Gandalf leave and come back. That works in the novels because they're novels. You can tell this epic story and you can let it build, and many years pass between those two moments. But in the movie, why do we need to show a bunch of years passing? Why not just send him on his way right then? Hey, Bilbo didn't know how dangerous this ring is. Now you have it. I don't trust myself with it. You have to help me. And then Frodo has a decision. Is he going to help? Yes, he's going to help. And then the other hobbits find out that he's leaving, and they're like, well, you're not going without us. We're going too. And so you set off on this journey. You don't need this, back and forth of many years. It's unnecessary to the movie. And if we do it that way, or some version of that, there's not one way that it needed to be done, but what we needed to avoid is this going off to do research, coming back, and then it's like this weird transition to Mordor and Gondor, and these montage that doesn't really help us because you're giving us information that we mostly already have and don't really need. Yeah, let's forget that and just pick one of those chapters, go fill that into the gap, have some fun, moment before the writers are on his trail, whatever it is. There are a lot of choices that Peter Jackson didn't make. We have the choice that Peter Jackson did make. I'm not a fan. Okay, that's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope that little mini rant gets some of you back on board in terms of like, yes, I'm not going to be defending these movies all the way through. Herein begins the very long tirade that's going to continue through most of 3 more movies. Thanks for tuning in. Please share your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you next time.